Hey everyone, welcome back to Full Measure Farm. This is our farm update for April 2026. I figured I better get it out while it's actually still May instead of June, so I don't feel too bad about it. Anyhow, so here are some of the butcher lambs. We have put a lot of work this month into fencing. There's a roll of it. Here I have it rolled out, so I take it from that roll. I walk backwards with it across the pasture and lay it all out where I want it to go. And then I stand it up. And I have this little way I do it with my foot, and I reef it to the side. And anyway, I love it to be nice and straight and nice and tight. That helps the sheep to visualize it better, and it helps them to not get tangled up in it, which is a plus. You know, you never want that going on. So here are the mamas and just a few more of the little babies before we had them separated out. They are always anxious to get out of their pen, even if they have hay and grass. If they see you working on a fence, they will definitely want to be in that instead of where they are. Here's my youngest. He is 3 and he loves to help me with the fencing. Even if he's not putting the post in the correct spot, he's always ready to lift them up and try and heave them into place. And he'll always say, I need help, I need help. But he's a happy little helper, so we have a good time together. It takes me probably 5 minutes from start to finish to unroll and then stand up the fence. They're 164 feet long. So we've had a hard time getting the weather to warm up and cooperate this year. So I've been less in the garden and more getting pasture netting up. So I'll have less to do out there once it's actually showtime for the garden. Our baby is due in July. So this year I'm trying to purchase and set up a few more extra rolls of fencing so that when that time comes, I have less to worry about and people can move the sheep more on their own. Here's our first batch of little meat birds. Now they are, 6 weeks old. But here they were in their little baby pen with their little brooder plates. So I love getting them out on grass just as soon as we can. They're so much healthier that way, and it's just so much fun to see them doing well. We actually had some tulips bloom this year. I am not a natural flower gardener, so that was a big plus for me. Here's the little baby seedlings that are now, of course, much bigger. But here we have mostly onions, lettuce, and then some tomatoes that I would run into the house if it got too cold in our greenhouse. The kids have been putting a lot of effort into their 4-H sheep this year. Here's Nehemiah with his lamb named Petra. He's showing a ewe that we'll be keeping, so he's not old enough to sell his lamb at the fair, but he put so much effort into her. She's not necessarily a fan of all the attention, but he seems oblivious to that fact. So he's always wanting to brush her and walk her around and give her treats. That's Charlie, the lamb, coming up and messing with him there. That'll probably be our other son's lamb that he'll market this year. The kids really have a good time doing 4-H. It's kind of new for us. It's only our 3rd year doing it. There's just so much to learn, but it's really been a lot of fun for us, and we've learned so much just about sheep in general. Even though we raise them, it's been really cool to see the kids kind of take that to the next level. So here's this little 4-wheeler. My husband has gotten really good at picking these things up for free or super cheap on the side of the road. And he retrofits them with his Milwaukee tool batteries. I'm not quite sure the ins and outs of it, but anyway, he keeps the kids supplied with fun little things to run around on. Here's all the kids with their lambs, still bundled up, so cold. Thankfully, we're getting more warm weather. This is the newest addition, Carmelcito. He's doing good. He's getting a lot bigger than he was in the last video. This little guy, he gets a lot of attention. So he's in his little barn cage here, but he has a yard cage he goes in, and sometimes he even visits the house. Here's this little rooster. I think we named him Hershey's. Yeah, he is kind of a funny dude. And this is Miss Cookie here, this big beef of a sheep laying by these chicks. We're not quite sure why, but she absolutely loves the chicks. Here she is again. Whenever she can get access to their pen, she will always sleep by the chicks instead of her other buddies. Thank you guys so much for watching this video of our farm. If you could click the like button, that'd be awesome. We'll see you later.